Hey, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa
Hello,
barakatuh.
Msen.
How are
Walaikum
you?
salam wa rahmatullah. How
Tell
are you,
me what's
Msen?
up. Traveling here and there and having a lot of fun. Tell me more about you.
I did not have, it's a very little fun that I have, as
What
I
kind
spend
of?
only Friday in Dubai.
Okay, just one day in Dubai?
Yes, that's why I did not have enough time to.
That's so bad. One
I
day
just
in Dubai.
finished my session and this, yes, it's really so bad.
What kind of a session did you have?
This session is a connection to Canadian province.
All
So
right.
once I attend, I can interview with some Canadian corporates that
Okay.
may offer me a job offer, which may easing my immigration process.
Facilitate.
That will boost my score. Yes,
Yes, you don't say
facilitate.
easing, it's facilitating. Make it easier. Yeah?
Yeah,
Easing.
sure.
What's this word? From where did you get this
Um,
word? Easing. Okay.
I'm sorry.
Okay. Okay. It's facilitate.
Trying to try.
Facilitate means to make it easy. So it just was a
Yes.
1 day interview in Dubai and then you came back. I thought it has to do with your job, with your current career. No?
Yes, it's related to my current career as
No,
I
I
am
thought
just
that it has to do with your job, the job that you're in now. They sent you.
actually I don't think about just changing the company that I work with another company in another Gulf area, because the same condition here, the same condition in any other in our Middle East area.
So what's
So
your
I
plan B?
just I plan to change my whole life.
How's that? Tell me. What are
Yes.
your plans?
Uh, I plan to relocate and create my family in a better, healthy environment.
Like in Europe, you mean, right? In Europe, like Canada, Australia, or whatever, right?
I guess so. It will be much it will be much better for my future family and my children as well.
Well, that's fine. But okay, I believe that immigration is a good idea as long
Yes.
as your kids are not that old. Once they grow up old and they start to, they start their teenage, I believe that in that phase,
Mhm.
you have to rethink about it. If they are old enough, yes. If they're old
But
enough.
whatever they may face in Western countries,
Mm,
they face the same here, as
mm.
well as the negative sides of the Arabian culture.
لا يا مازن لا not to that extent no no لا 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 keep the door open please the internet connection Mazen I don't think so I just think that
Because the same ideas are spreading widely now over internet. So any
no it's
any
about the
idea?
environment the environment is a very huge and influencing factor that we cannot deny some communities like Saudi Arabia for example or the Arab communities are still closed while others in Europe Canada Australia America are that open to the extent that you fear
Ac-
everything and you start to fight
Actually, it's
everything
not.
against
Mhm.
yeah you start to
Okay.
fight the community the friends the TV shows the schools the universities the whole community is being fought in order to maintain your concepts and your ethics so you struggle you continue your life in a struggle especially if you put into your consideration that you are asked about this family you will be asked about them in the day after That would be a great responsibility, Mazen.
Okay, but let me explain to you something important that the community here or in any Arabian or Islamic country is not that close that you think. As our children are spending a lot of time using the internet, and they are connected to all the Western culture, and they can be affected the same affection that may happen once we relocate there. So it's not that close, especially in Kingdom Saudi Arabia. So you just feel or you just believe that it's close community, but they have
No.
all kinds of, you know.
Yeah, I know. My son, don't forget, my son is 18 years old this year. And he
So
gets
you are
that.
struggling here also the same.
Yeah, I'm struggling here. Believe me or not, yes, it's a big struggle. And I never thought that the Saudi Arabian community is that open. Sometimes he tells me stories about the community here and there, and that stories that I would never imagine that it could be found in an, in an Islamic region or like a community that looks to be that close.
Yes, it just looks to be, but whatever forbidden is whatever the most wanted. So
Yeah, whatever forbidden is
uh,
most wanted. Yes, yes, and this is a catastrophe. Again, imagine that takes me back to the same concept of too much of a good thing is a bad thing. It's my same concept that my mother used to tell me. Too much of a good thing, even if that thing was
yes,
ethics and rules.
the extreme restriction
Extreme.
of the regulation here in Saudi Arabia uh, push the people to to think about what's forbidden,
Correct.
and that that once they have the chance to practice, they do an extreme.
Yes, to an extreme
Yeah.
extension. Correct. I agree with
Yes.
you. Yeah.
So,
They go for the
for
extreme.
example, last week I heard about a party that publishing or organized by
Yeah, that is being
Virgin
announced
Megastore.
nowadays. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yes, by the Egyptian singer Tamer Hosni. You know what? The tickets run out after 2 hours 14 minutes.
Oof. Seriously?
Yes, you have to watch the video once they open the doors of Virgin Megastore at Nakhil Mall,
Yeah.
and the people how they are fighting for this
Just
ticket.
selling and fight. Oh, seriously? To that
Yes,
extent?
was just within couple of hours, the whole tickets are sold out.
That is not a good sign at all. That is not a good sign. And you
Yes,
know
I
what? It's
hope
just
it
like a
lasts
symbol.
safely, this party.
Amazing, believe me or not, it's just like a symbol. It symbolizes something. And if this scene was alive in front of me, I believe that I would interpret it in a different philosophical way, as if the doors of
Yes,
the Virgin Megastores were the doors of the community that they are closing them in. And once they open the door,
they
people will rush to and keep on jostling and pushing each other to get to get their
yes.
freedom. But
I hope
again,
that will not happen during the party itself. That may occur any accident during
seriously, to
this.
that extent, Mazen?
I believe so because the traditions and the original culture of these people are are not compatible with that events, or
Yes,
still they have time.
I
They
agree
have to
with you.
spend a lot of time to change their minds. They are not well civilized as the Emirates citizens or Qatari citizens.
It's just a matter of time, I think. It's just a matter of time. The whole, the Gulf area as a whole have the same traditions, habits, and, the same environment, which affected their nature
Yes,
significantly.
before.
Later on, yes, later on, when they start being educated and being exposed to other cultures, their nature starts to change. But again, their nomad nature is still there. No matter how
Yes,
civilized they are, their nomad nature is still there. So let's see. When is it supposed to take place? This party?
I think it's during this month, but I don't know exactly the date or which date it will be organized.
I think it's the first of a kind, right? Like,
But it will not be recorded, or
oh, really?
yes, yes,
Don't worry, the internet is
we
there
will
and
not.
everyone will record what's going on. Facebook, Twitter, everything.
Yes, it will be a trend to talk about once it occur.
Yeah, yeah. But again, as everything happens here or there, يعني it's just a matter of time. But this makes
Yes,
me sad,
I
Mazen,
just hope that
honestly
that
speaking.
period will.
Where is Rida?
Mr.
He
Reda,
sent
he
anything
sent a
on the group?
message that
Uh,
he have an internet connection. Yes.
trying to join, I have a problem with the internet. Okay. Okay, let me answer him back. Okay, so anyway, I will start with today I wanted to teach you one grammar lesson and one vocabulary lesson as well. Okay? And as
All
long as
right.
this session will be recorded, then that's fine. Whenever he comes back, he can join. And I think Hazem is joining soon too. Okay, so let's share our resources with the first grammar lesson. Do you still remember, Mazen, what's the last lesson we had with the vocabulary?
Vocabulary. Can you show me the book, please? Or you
Sure,
can
sure,
share the book so I
sure,
can.
I will. Okay, resources. So do I have any of your writings? Do I still have any of your writings, Mazen? Did you send me any?
Actually, this week was extremely busy as I arrived from my
Mm.
trip only yesterday morning. No,
Yeah.
yesterday noon, and
Rest.
then I just rest for a couple of hours. Then I
Rest
go
is not a
to.
verb. I just had rest.
I just had rest for 2 hours, and then I have an evening shift yesterday, so I work since 3 to 2 a.m.
Starting
I
from 3 to what? From
3
what?
p.m.
From
3
what?
p.m. 3 afternoon,
3 in the afternoon till?
3 o'clock, and we finish our business day 1
Shift.
a.m.
You finish your shift
Yes,
at
my
what
shift
time?
or my business day at 1 a.m.
Oof. This is 10 hours.
Yes, as my manager asked me to come early due to having having a meeting with some operation managers, our head office.
10
That's
business
why
hours, 10 working hours in a day.
yes, and after that I return home and I start to sleep at 3 a.m. Then I wake up early morning at 8:30 as I have a morning shift today. Once I finish today 6 o'clock, I come back home to eat something and only take a shower and come to start our IELTS course.
Oh, this is so much. That's a
That's
toil,
my
man.
life. It's horrible, I know.
Yeah,
So
it's
I
not
just want
bad.
to ask you that about the reading assessment.
The reading, yeah.
I just want to ask you if yes, if that course finished after a while, so we may have a chance to send you this
Yeah.
writing test afterward, and you can provide
Yes,
us
Mazen,
with your
you can.
support.
But you know what? The point is that I've started 2 new courses these days, so I'm not very much free. So try to get your test as soon as possible, okay? I'll be available maybe a week or 10 days after the course. That would be okay. Try to get your code.
That
Try
will
to
be
get your code
great.
because I don't want you to forget what we have.
I will try. I
Yeah,
promised.
yeah.
Yes.
Inshallah. No problem, my dear. No problem. Okay, today here is the book. Okay, so I think we were
Okay.
done with people and relations, health, education, right?
Yes.
Adventure,
Gadget.
gadget, gadget.
Gadget. Gadgets.
Yeah,
Okay.
waladi, gadgets.
We finished that gadgets,
Yes,
and so
cities.
starting
I think we finished
cities
cities.
remaining.
Rural, urban, civilized. Yeah, I think we had this lesson too.
Yes. Yes. The art of
The art of
persuasion.
persuasion. Yeah, I think we should start art of persuasion. And I think we had this lesson.
This is a writing skill.
Oh, no, this is the vocabulary, amazing. This is the
No, they.
vocabulary.
Yes, it's written here at the middle of the screen that
Yes,
it
writing task
support the
too.
skill.
Yes, amazing, because this lesson, once you take the vocabulary, they relate it to the writing task too. So in the exercises for applying this lesson, you will find a writing assignment. Okay, so if you look at page 30 now. Okay, page 30. Don't look here or else you'll feel very dizzy. Wait. Here we go. Page 30. All right, the art of persuasion. Here are, I don't think we had it, did we? Advocate, acknowledge, assert, dispute.
No, never.
Okay, great. Okay, so reporting verbs. Again, it's here using reporting verbs to present points of view or recognizing their own synonyms. Okay, so Mazen read.
Okay. Advocate, advocates, advocating, advocated. Verb, if you advocate a particular action or claim, you recommend
Plan.
it publicly.
A plan,
A
يا مازن مش plan.
conservative plan.
If you advocate a particular action or a plan, you recommend it publicly. Like, it's a very formal word. Like, for example, a conservative who advocates conservative who advocates fewer government controls on business. Okay, advocates means, but to advocate means to recommend something publicly. Okay, to recommend something publicly, not only to recommend, yani to agree on it publicly. For example, the kingdom advocated Tamer Hosni's ceremony or
concept.
a concert. Yes, they advocated the concert. This means that they recommended it publicly for everyone. Then acknowledges, acknowledging, and acknowledged. If you acknowledge a fact, do you know what does it mean? Is it?
Yes, is to give a define for this
Give a definition to acknowledge, or
knowledge of
to define, not
definition.
give a definition.
Yes.
Yes, acknowledge a
Yes.
fact or a situation. If you acknowledge a fact or a situation, you accept or admit that it is true or it exists. Okay? Acknowledge that. It's widely acknowledged that transferring knowledge in classroom environment is very inefficient. Transferring knowledge in a classroom environment is very inefficient. Okay? Belatedly, the government has acknowledged the problem. Do you know what's belatedly? It's a very nice adverb to be used.
Yes. It's
Belatedly means finally. Yeah? The government
lately.
has
Yes.
acknowledged the problem means they have admitted that there is a problem which really exists. Okay? assert as a verb. يلا مازن read. Assert.
A verb if someone asserts, asserting, asserted. Verb if someone asserts a fact or belief, they state it firmly. The senator plans to assert that the bill violates the First Amendment.
The First Amendment. Or the defendants continue to assert their innocence. Assert here means to state something firmly. Yeah? When you state something very firmly, when you when you try your best to prove that this is a fact and you insist on a certain fact, then you assert it. Okay? Okay, then dispute. Do you know French, Mazen? Verbe disputer. Disputer, yeah. Verbe disputer.
Je suis faible en français.
ايه ده؟ قلت ايه كده؟
Je suis faible.
Tu es faible?
En français.
En français.
Yeah.
En français.
Oui, oui. En français.
وبعدين هي مش en français, هي à la langue française. Je suis faible à la langue française. طيب ما انت كويس
ما
وبتتكلم.
تلخبطنيش، انا مش حافظ الجمله دي.
طيب هم ملزقين يعني ملزقهم.
انا محافظ ان انا مش بعرف فرنش يعني.
Mais ça c'est bon que tu comprends يعني مش يعني c'est très bien que tu comprends.
انا اسف.
أنا آسف حاضر.
No, we like to leave this language for the feminists.
For 10 minutes? For what?
Because they like French than for females.
Oh, you believe that it's a female language, right? But no, Mazen, I don't.
Of course, is it?
No, I've lived with these people for 6 years, and believe me or not, I believe that it's so convenient for both genders, males and females. Sometimes it's better from the males. When you listen to males speaking French, you believe that they are more delicate than ladies around you.
Maybe that's
that was so fascinating, honestly speaking. Okay, then we'll have the word dispute. Dispute means to dispute a fact or a statement or a theory. You say that it is incorrect or untrue. Okay, when you dispute a fact. Okay, so Mazen, do you dispute the fact that females are becoming more than males nowadays?
No, I don't dispute that because
Yes.
it's an actual fact.
Yeah, it's a fact nowadays, yes. So when you dispute something, this, by the way, the verb dispute also may mean get through a conflict. Dispute. Many people dispute that. Verb dispute معناها يعني بالعربي بيقولوها يتشاجر بس verbally. Okay? When you start defending yourself verbally, you dispute. All right? And dispute could be a noun as well. So there are many disputes that happen among or between the newly married couples nowadays. Mazen, do you hear me?
Yes. Okay, so it means that dispute is to اللي هي زي نفي يعني أو نفي صح؟
You say it's incorrect, yes. يعني بتنفي حقيقة معينة. You don't admit that it's a fact or true. Okay? وفي نفس الوقت معناها يتشاجر. When you dispute with someone, dispute with, this means that you're not very happy with them and you start struggling with them. Okay? طيب. Continue reading, Amazon, please.
Imply Implies, implying, implied. Verb, if you imply that something is the case, you say something which indicates that it is the case in an indirect way.
Yes, which indicates that.
Are you implying that?
Are you implying?
Are you implying that I had something to do with those attacks? She was upset by the implied criticism.
Yes. So she was upset, not upset. Upset by the implied criticism. So implied, when you imply something, you say that it indicates that it's. You say that it is the case, but in an indirect way. يعني يلمح. All right? يلمح يا مازن. To imply something or to imply a certain fact. Then we'll have the word justify. Justifies, justifying, and
Yes, it's
justified. All right? It's a verb.
دي نعرفها.
Yeah, to justify means to justify a decision or an action or an idea. Is to show or to prove that it is reasonable or necessary. Okay, so Mazen, please do not try to justify your being absent last time. All right? Because I already know the reasons. I know the real reasons. So don't try to justify your mistake. Justify means to prove that it is reasonable or necessary to happen. All right? Okay, no argument can justify a war, definitely. Or ministers agreed that this decision was fully justified by economic conditions. Again, ministers agreed that this decision was fully justified by economic decisions. Then we have the word object, and it's not object. Object is a noun. Object as a verb. Objects, objecting, objected. If you object to something, you express you dislike it.
Just to disagree with.
Yes, disagree or disapprove it. So to object to, when you say, a lot of people will object to the book, or object that. Colin objected that the small staff would be unable to handle the added work. We objected strongly that, but we were outvoted. Okay? Then we'll
What
have
does
the
it mean,
word
outvoted?
outvoted. Yani when if you're 6 people, for example, 2 of you agreed and the other 4 disagreed.
Yes.
So the 2 of you will say that you were outvoted. Outvoted means the number
So that
of.
means they did
Huh?
not practice the voting. They
لا
did not practice the voting at all.
لا
امتنعوا عن
لا لا
التصويت يعني ولا
لا لا لا.
they
Outvoted means the number of
just vote
opposers.
out.
يا ابني اسمع. Outvoted means the number of opposers, the number of those people who were objecting your opinion were higher than your number. Okay?
Okay.
مش فاهم. يعني لما أقول مثلا this book or the Collins book is beneficial. You and Reda agree, while I, Mazen, and another one disagree. So we outvote you because we are higher. Our number is bigger than yours. You got it? Okay. So we objected strongly, but we're outvoted means that the number of the other party was higher than ours. You got it?
Yes.
Okay.
Outline.
Mm-hmm.
Outlining. Outlined. Verb, if you outline an area, an idea, or a plan, you explain it in plan. Yes. You explain it in a general way. The mayor outlined his plan to clear up the town's image.
Continue.
Okay, questions, questioning, questioning. Verb, if you question something you have or express doubt about whether it's true, reasonable, or worthwhile. Scientists began questioning
Scientists.
the validity of the scientists began questioning the validity of the research because
validity
the validity the validity of the research because they could not reproduce the experiments.
Okay.
It never occurred to them to question the doctor's decisions.
Good. So it never occurs to them to question the doctor's decision. Here, question means to express your doubts about something, whether it's true or untrue, whether it's reasonable or unreasonable. So, for example, can you question your director's or your manager's decisions at work? Question here means what? Means to express your doubts about it, okay? Whether they are reasonable or worthwhile or not. Nouns associated or associated with persuasion, okay? Nouns associated or associated with persuasion. Then we'll have the word benefits. Do you know benefits? Definitely, right? Amazing? Benefits, debate.
The advantages.
Yes. The benefits of...
What's the plural of advantage? It's advantages or...
Yes, advantage, okay. Advantages. Benefits.
All right.
All right. Then we'll have the word debate. Debates. Do you know what's a debate, Mazen? A debate is a discussion between two parties, 2 points of views. Okay? Munadara. So President Sisi, most probably President Sisi will go for a debate with the other, whatever. No, okay. I'm not going to complete it after this smile. I'm just dreaming. Okay. So a debate is a discussion.
The other candidate whose name is Musa, Hassan Musa, or whatever his name, just today he told that he did not, he have no news or he have no information that the election will be this month. He think that the election will be 26th of April. So he even don't know the time of the election.
Seriously?
Yes. It's like a comic show or
it's just like a comic
it's not a really opponent. He is not a real opponent to
It's just a figure. It's just a figure to symbolize something.
Yes, it's just a figure.
It's a figure, yeah. Okay, so anyway, it won't make any change. Either he's the here or there, he won't make any change. That's a fact that we have to believe in. Anyway, a debate is a discussion about a subject on which people have different views. An intense debate is going on within the Israeli government. And when you debate about, when you say, there has been a lot of debate among scholars about this. You debate about something, right? Debate about something. يا مازن. مازن عندك pronoun he في مشكلة كبيرة جدا. Pronoun he has a big problem. ما ينفعش تاني أقول he have, okay? I can't say he have, it's he has. And you said another verb while you were talking about when you were talking about the president's opponent. So I don't know how can I make you forget this rule. You have to keep on practicing it. Sticky notes قدامك يا مازن in the place where you're working, please. Okay, with the pronoun he and many other verbs. He has, he goes, he runs, she, whatever he, she, it. He, she, it. Keep on sticking sentences using these verbs, please. Okay? So that it sticks in your mind, because the old version of Mazen with his previous mistakes are still stuck in your mind. Yeah. Okay. Discussion, Mazen?
Okay, discussion. Noun, if there is a discussion about something, people talk about it, even often in order to reach a decision. About,
you know what's a hot potato?
Discussion about?
Mazen. Do you know what's a hot potato?
Excuse me.
Hot potato.
Hot potato?
Yeah?
No.
No
It's
idea.
a synonym, but no, we talked this before, but still I didn't remember. I don't remember.
Okay, so hot potato is the most popular topic that everyone is speaking about.
Yes,
Oh,
yes, yes.
يعني you can say it is the most common
The
discussion that
the current trend. Yes.
that is going viral, you know. So this is a discussion, and you have a discussion about, not a discussion on. I'm completely sure that you may make mistake in this. So you have a discussion about. We were discussing
Okay.
about, okay? Or we were discussing whatever, but there was a discussion about.
Yes, without about. So if we discuss the matter itself, so
Yes,
we
we
don't need to.
discuss. Yeah, we discuss the problem. We discuss the issue. That's fine. But a discussion about. There was a lot of discussion about the wording of the report. Council members are due to have informal discussions later on today. Drawbacks. You know this word, Mazen? Evidence. And
Yes,
please remember that the word
disadvantage.
evidence, as it's an uncountable noun, which is anything that you see, experience, read, or are told that causes you to believe that something is true or has really happened. Evidence of or evidence for. The scientific evidence for global warming. Evidence that. There is a lot of evidence that stress is partly responsible for diseases. Evidence to plus infinitive. To date, there's no evidence to support this theory. Okay? And then we'll move to proof. What's proof? Its plural is proofs. Proof, proofs.
Yes.
So, or
Proof of.
proofs, sorry, the sound, yes. Proof is a fact or argument or a piece of evidence that shows that something is definitely true or definitely exists. Proof of, you have to have a proof of residence in the state of Texas, such as Texas ID card. All right, a proof of residence. Do you know what's residence, Mazen?
Ecom.
Sorry. In the state of Texas, such as Texas ID card. And then economists have been concerned with establishing proofs for their argument. وproof خد بالك in the English language, whatever word that ends with an F or FE, we usually drop the F or the FE and add VES for plural, like knife, life, leaf, okay, thief. These words, we usually drop the F and add VES. Some other words are irregular plural, like the word proof, it turns into proofs with an S, okay?
No,
Okay, Liz?
I believe that this is the regular and the thieves and knife is the irregular.
Well, this is not, no, I can't tell so. Yes, well, regular plural is to add SESIES, okay? The irregular ones is to add VES and other, like, or to keep the word as it is. That's irregular. But again, if the rule, Yamazen, is to drop the F and put VES, and this is a regular rule that we know, then once it turns irregular because we're not following the same rule. Okay, you got it? It varies from
Yes,
one
I got
person
it.
to
No problem.
another anyway. Okay. So now to the exercises. But I believe that reading these tips are very important. Reading these tips is very important. So read this tip, Mazen, and try to understand it by heart. Read aloud.
Okay, exam tip. In the Ielts writing exam, you can demonstrate that you have a broad vocabulary by avoiding unnecessary repetition.
ايه يا جماعة،
Many
الناس دول
words
ما يعرفوناش.
commonly used in.
الناس دول فاكريننا
إيه؟
لسه مبتدئين، الكلام اللي بيتقال ده والله غريب. many words.
احنا تارينا خلاص.
احنا خلاص كفاية علينا كده IELTS الحقيقة. Many words.
Many words commonly used in academic arguments have
Academic يا
synonyms.
مازن.
Example:
Academic. انت النهارده السيلابلز مضيعة
academic with
معاك ليه؟
stress in D. Yes.
صح؟ تحس ان السيلابلز كده النهارده فيها مشكلة ما مش فاهمة فيه. Academic arguments. It's not academic. زي ما ناس كتيرة بيقولوا. It's academic. الستريس بتاع الفاولز
Okay.
عندك خربان. ها.
So we are talking about it's enough IELTS. So I heard about a new exam named CELIP, which
Yes,
take place only in Canada or Dubai.
yes. I've
They
heard about it.
they told me that it's much easier to take instead of IELTS.
Seriously?
What do you think about that?
Well, I have no
They tell
enough
me
idea. I can give you enough idea about the TOEFL.
the IELTS or the TOEFL is. They tell me that these exams are now old-fashioned, and now there is a new techniques of examining, and these exams occur online. You can answer this exam or
Same
take
as
this
the
test
TOEFL.
while
Yeah, same as
yes,
the TOEFL.
it's
TOEFL is
not.
being online too. TOEFL
Mhm.
is run
But
online.
it's
You
not
can,
more easier than IELTS. We are looking for the
well,
easier.
I have no idea. I have no idea. I have to read about it or ask my colleagues about it. I have no idea so far. Maybe in a week I can teach it, but just give me some time. Yeah.
Of course, I know you can do it.
Yeah. And no matter how busy I am, I find time for everything, despite the fact that I barely sleep. I usually sleep like 2 or 3 hours a day with no exaggeration. 2 or 3 hours a day is that to the extent that I believe that I'm killing myself slowly. But again, I don't know, but that's part of my nature. This is the way Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created me. And I started to surrender, I'm not changing myself anymore. Khalas. Khalas. I struggled a lot, and the conclusion is that I can't change myself. Neither people around me can change me. So khalas, I give up. This is me, and I would never surrender. That's it. So the minister
Yes, you have
justified.
to accept yourself and be proud.
Alhamdulillah, Mazen, I'm proud of myself. Alhamdulillah. I know that, all these struggles
And all
find.
your family should be proud of you.
Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah. Yes, they are. They are. To be very honest. And they're supporting me. And, despite that they're, yani, I sometimes feel like I'm not doing my full role. I struggle with everyone around to, to to do my role fully, or to do my full role with everybody around me. But again, I finally, it eventually leads to consequences, psychological consequences, which reflects on myself. Finally, يعني. Anyway, خلاص never. مازن لو سمحت ركز في الدرس من فضلك.
أيوة نطلع من.
خلينا في المينستر. تفضل.
All right. So the minister justified his position on arms control. He defended his position strongly when he gave evidence of the proliferation of nuclear weapons.
Proliferation.
Okay,
Proliferation.
proliferation. Pro- So now he avoid to repeat the word justifying, and he add the defending.
Good. Very
Defended.
good. Tamam.
Now we have
Now to the exercise.
exercise one. Match each word 1 to 4 with its closest synonym A to D. Benefits, advantages. Benefit, advantage. Debate, debate. قلنا ايه debate. Debate, discussion.
ايوه
Drawback, the disadvantage.
تمام.
Proof, evidence.
ممتاز يا مازن. يلا نمبر 2.
Find words in the text below which means recommend publicly, advocate, accept the existence or truth, accept,
Oh, the truth of.
أيوة, acknowledge,
Acknowledge.
acknowledge.
Do you have the book in front
No,
of you?
no, this
Okay, you wrote the words?
the my notes. Yes,
Very good. Very good.
I'm taking notes for the new vocabulary
That's
that
my
I
good
get
boy.
with
Excellent,
each
Yamiz.
lesson.
Bravo.
So now, so acknowledge here, the letter K is not silent.
It's not silent. CK is not silent. CK is usually pronounced.
As I believe it's driven from know, the verb know.
Yes, but no doesn't
know.
have a CK. It's a KN. Whereas acknowledge is an ACK.
ACK, it's not AK.
لا,
Okay.
ACK. Acknowledge.
I mistyped it.
Oh, yes, maybe. Here it is. Have a look at it again.
Number 3, proven to be.
Where is it? Can you see it? Here. Acknowledged.
It's at the upper part of the.
Here it is. I'm pointing at it.
The previous page. Yes, here is it. The second word. Acknowledge. Yes.
Look at it carefully so that it gets stuck to your mind.
All right.
You never understand. You never spell it. Okay?
Yes, I will visualize this one.
Okay. So ACK, yes. So that if you're a visual learner, you get to understand how to write. All right. So acknowledge, proven to be
Number 3.
Proven to be reasonable or necessary as an adjective?
Justify.
No.
Justified.
أيوة. Explain in general. But you know what? You can't tell because maybe they're going to give you synonyms to the words. You can't tell. You're just guessing, anticipating the answers, right? Okay, explain in general way as a verb.
To assert.
To explain in a general way, it can be assert, but dispute, assert, to state firmly. Assert is state firmly. I think it's to outline. Again, what's the question? Yes, to explain in a general way is to outline.
Okay.
And to disapprove of as a verb is what?
Disapprove. Disapprove is to dispute.
Dispute, very good. Okay, now read the part and or read the passage and then try to find the synonyms of each question.
Okay, there have been considerable
انت جبت have منين؟ انت بتحبش has خالص كده؟ has has يعني هتزعل منك بعد كده.
This is very offensive.
This is very offensive to has يعني not to have.
ما يصحش كده صح.
ما يصحش كده بجد بس.
There has been considerable. أنا يعني كده هرجع لتصريف الأفعال يعني.
ايوه
verb to
لا
have
خلي
or
بالك
verb
من
to
have and
be.
has. انت عندك مشكله فيهم حتى في الريدنج you stick them. انت في ايه عندك؟ غالبا كان مدرس تاني اعدادي كان مضايقك، عارف، فانت حبيت تنتقل منه في verb to have.
لا والله هم المدرسين كلهم ما عليهمش ذنب، ولا التعليم كله ليه ذنب. الذنب كله للسنتين اللطاف الجمال اللي انا اشتغلت فيهم هنا. I
اه
before I traveled here to Saudi Arabia, I was working in outsourcing telecommunication company that provided technical support and customer service to their customer in US and Canada. So
wow.
I used to be familiar with this language.
And
Yes,
then what
it's
happened?
located in Nasr City in Cairo.
Okay.
I just look for a better offer or a better opportunity, as their salary was very little. That time was around $300, but it was huge in Egypt. So once you compare it and you multiply in seven, it was
A
good.
reasonable,
But
yes.
still, I'm looking for, yes, reasonable, but still I was looking for a better offer, and
Yeah.
I think that it will be here, but Alhamdulillah, I get the experience from my company here. But
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
still, they have a negative effects on my language, as
Hmm.
all the people, even once they send the formal email or a formal instructions, they are you just write the verb in the اسمه إيه المصدر in infinitive. الverb like they tell yesterday I make,
Oh.
yesterday I checked,
Mm-hmm.
and they can add make to any verb. Make
Oh.
make search or make research, or
Oh, okay, okay. Yes, yes.
that's it. So yes, for the first while, once I start to send my first email and they use my advanced English, they
Yeah.
start to tell me, no, no, you don't have to tell I made. Use the simple language. But this is
Seriously?
not correct. You tell me you have to write a simplified language, because our managers are originally in their countries are farmers. They are not well educated, but they got promoted by time as they spend they made their whole life here. Some people are spending more than 15 years. So now they are operation manager, but still their education background are very fab.
Seriously? Okay. That's kind of
Yes,
weird.
that's to show you the full image about
Yeah, Allah.
my suffer.
Yeah, that's
So they
horrible.
destroyed my language. I really believe that.
And you've been like this for 2 years, you
Now
imagine?
I hate to talk with them in English.
Oh,
What I
yes.
have to do? Yes, now I
But Mazen, let me tell you something.
Alhamdulillah.
You have to find someone. You have to find another partner. Come on, find a lady and get married very soon. A good one in English, please. Okay? A good one that in English so that you can practice the English language properly.
خلاص دي عند حضرتك دي ان شاء الله.
Yeah, definitely. How old are you, Mazen?
اي حد كده جاي CLB9.
How old are
I'm
you?
in next April. Yes, in next April I will complete 27
27.
years old. Yes. So
Yes.
I'm still 26.
This is you're like how many? 8 years older than my eldest son. See? Yeah. And again, uh,
In which grade he is now?
he's in grade 12 this year. He's supposed to, خلاص, he's promoted to university next year, inshallah. Yeah, but keep it a secret.
He will
This
join the university here in Saudi Arabia, or he have to travel Egypt back?
Pardon me? Say it again?
he planned to join the university here in Kingdom Saudi Arabia, or he have
No,
to
no, no,
travel back
not
to
in
Egypt?
Saudi Arabia. It's either in Egypt or in Malaysia. We haven't decided yet. So it's either or. Let's hope for the best, inshallah. He's still taking his
I
tests.
wish him the best of luck.
Thank you, Mazen. Mazen. And by the way, he's Mazen too. I told you before, right? You know that. Yeah.
Yes.
Great. Yalla, let's complete the exercises. You're such a chatterbox. What's wrong with you today?
No, I just like to practice with you the good English, the
Yeah, the good English, but imagine you
healthy
have to find,
English.
believe me, you have to find a partner to share your English with. You have to practice your English with someone else. That's a must nowadays
Yes,
before you take the test.
I decide to use the application which called Camply.
Yeah,
Many
Cambly is a
people
very good.
advise me to use this.
Who advised you?
Many people.
Yes, I did.
بدون ذكر اسماء.
Yeah, I did, and I posted it on my page on Facebook. But the point is that in Cambly, you have only 20 minutes to practice your English on. Then after these 20 minutes, if you give your same username to someone else, you can earn another 20 minutes. You got it? So you have to give it to a high number or a big number of people so that they can use your username and password once more.
As a recommendation.
As a recommendation, yes, yes. But it's funny, but the medicine again, yani it's not very highly reliable. Why? Because you just go through a conversation with someone, okay? This person is, I
So
don't
he,
know
he
whether,
sent me back any email regarding that.
no, they don't. They don't. No, they are supposed to evaluate your presentation or your whatever conversation you had with them, but they barely do this.
On the spot or
No, no, no.
after we
After a while.
finish?
Yeah, after a while, after finishing and recording. Yeah.
So does it worth to
Yeah,
subscribe
it's
for
worth
a
it.
whole
Nice
month,
adventure.
or
It's a nice
let's
adventure.
try?
Yeah. No, no, but don't get the paid service. Mazen, don't forget that we have Haizem and Rida here. And both
All
of them
right,
need to.
but they are not attending.
Yes, they're not attending
It's
now. Later on,
not.
maybe Haizem will be interested. Same as Rida, but Rida is kind of busy nowadays. He sent me 2 days saying that he's so busy with his, business and work and his company and managers and stuff.
Hazim?
Hazem, yes, yes. Hazem can. I think that Hazem can. Now, you're
Yes.
asking who sent me the message? It's Rida, saying that he's so busy nowadays, but I don't think Hazem would mind meeting you for practicing both of your English. Try it out with him, please. Try.
Yes, the problem is only that we cannot that our time is not compatible with each other's, as he returned back from his duty after 4 p.m. and he have to take rest and take care of his family, while sometimes I have evening shift. So the problem is our times, and
Yeah.
we are really struggling with time.
By the way, if you're interested, I have other IELTS group, so I can add you to any of these IELTS group. People are looking for partners, so if you'd
Yes,
like to.
please do.
Okay, which groups are you in? WhatsApp groups. You told me that you're an IELTS expert. Are you in IELTS Riyadh or IELTS Idol? Any of my IELTS Idol groups?
No, only our group and
Yeah,
IELTS expert by Dr. Muhammad Khalid.
Nisha. Okay, that's all.
Yes, that's the logo of
Yeah, yeah, I know,
the
I know.
group.
Okay, okay. So, Khalas, I will
Yes.
add you to one of my groups. Okay, there you can have a lot of partners to speak with. طيب.
Thank you.
Very much welcome. So let's go for, well, I'm done with this part. I really wanted you to start. I'll stop my share and we'll start doing something else. What about some writing practice, Mason?
Let's go. Let's
All
try.
right. Task
But
one or
we have
task
to
two? Which
practice
one is weaker?
writing.
Which one you're weaker at?
Okay, let's finish task one in order not to go back for it.
Task one writing
We
again?
need to.
Amazing. Stop flipping your pages. Task one writing. Once more.
We are talking about writing now. No,
Yes.
it's okay with me, but yes, but what's your question again?
The question was, would you like to go through some writing now? Would you like to start practicing writing now? Task one or task two? Which one you believe you're weaker in?
I'm weaker in task two, of course, because it's long extended.
Let's take task two right now. Wait. I'll share my screen with you again. Okay, so let's go for, wait, the latest ones. Did you finish Cambridge 12, Mason?
Yes, we finished.
You. Did you finish 12? Do you have it now?
No.
Okay.
What I have now is Ielts 7.
لا wait, just a minute.
Very old.
It's too old. خلاص. عفى عليه الدهر. أكل عليه الدهر وشد. Just a minute.
سيبوني لوحدي كده.
Just a minute. Yeah. شوف. هو أنا.
وحازم قال ربع ساعة وهيجي.
حازم قال كمان ربع ساعة وجاي.
سحب عليه.
معلش حصل خير. Most probably. لا أنا عارفة إنه حازم is really interested in my lesson. ونفس الكلام بالنسبة لرضا. أكيد something which is out of their hand. I never doubt this.
رضا ده ليه حساب تاني ده.
Are you calling them? Help! اوكي هنفتح IELTS Academic مع بعض يا مازن. اوكي وهناخد منه task 2. alright. Are you ready with your pen and paper?
Yes.
يلا.
So I'm just wondering why this session is not out after 40 minutes and we have to rejoin again.
You need to have a break?
Is it a free trial once we have a... No, I'm just wondering.
You're so noisy. I'm not going to tell you because you're so noisy. So nosy, you know? Curiosity killed the cat. It's not a free trial anymore. You heard me? It's not a free trial anymore.
So you get the full version?
Yes, the full version of it. That's why I wanted them to be here so that we can get a chance to go through the breakthrough rooms and to chat with each other in these breakthrough rooms and to get some speaking test as well. But you're so unlucky, Mazen. Anyway, here we are chatting. That's fine. We don't need a breakthrough room. Here is our breakthrough room. If you need a break, just tell me, okay?
Okay.
Can you see the time on my screen?
Yes, it's 9:10.
No, I mean, can you see the duration of the class? The duration we spent.
No, it's not showing here.
Okay, it's 1 hour, 5 minutes. So if you need a break, tell me. Okay?
Okay, let's take a break for 10 minutes or
No
what
problem. 10 minutes؟ ايه الافتراء
do
ده؟
you
هما
think?
5 minutes بس. Now it's 9:05.
كتير؟
9. We'll come back at yeah. Now
Oh,
it's 9:11. After 5 minutes, 9:16. Okay. Yeah. Let's see you
all
after
right.
5.
Thank you.
Okay. Bye.